God, first off, most all praises to Yahweh Shemi Rashai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and all your brothers within the highways and the byways that do the work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. Alright. As well as them deem, this is the year of Karagma, the year of the mark, and you have certain steps or certain things you have to put in place before you reach the ultimate goal, which is the RFID chip. And in Jamaica, the national ID, the NIDS is one of those things where I have to put in place before you reach certain place, if we reach that place, right? And the NIDS is a means of national identification in which all your information and data shall be stored on this one ID, right? Now in Jamaica now, our national ID, our regular national ID expire from 2017, and now it's 2019 and we still don't have a national ID. Right? So now you have money being pumped, or the Jamaican government getting loans from different lending agencies to implement or to spend more on this ID. Right? Because it seems as if Jamaica is far off concerning this ID. Right? Because in the first place, Jamaica was not the one who wanted to get this ID. This ID was never a part of the Jamaican government agenda. This ID was the agenda of the United Nations. Right? Now Jamaica have to borrow money to pump into this ID, which is going to lead the people into a trap, because we know that the information is just the what word am I look for? Basically, they want to get everybody information in one. So it is going to be easier to transition to the RFID microchip. Right? So I'm going to this article because this is the latest update from January 10, 2019 on the NIDS. It's a 300 million PR budget for the NIDS. Right? It says some Jamaican 300 million US 2.4 million has been budgeted to undertake the public relations, communications and behavior change program of the government national ID system. This was revealed by Prime Minister Andrew Holness in Parliament on Tuesday. It worked out to Jamaican $60 million a year per year, or 5 million per month over the 5 years. So like it, or 5 million per month over the 5 year that the program will be implemented. The money is part of the US 68 million US Jamaican 9 billion loan that the government negotiated with the International American Development Bank, the Inter-American Development Bank, in 2007 to fund the NIDS. Holness told the House of Representatives that 20% of the 9 billion loan will go towards acquisition of the software that is required to deliver identity management service. Right? He noted that most of the funds will go towards a broader modernization and digitization of government, including an upgrade at the ICT infrastructure. In other words, it's one thing to give everyone a national ID that allows digital maneuverability, but you also have to prepare the national system to utilize ID, Holness said. He also, in Jamaica right now, to use this ID, because you have to give the police, the doctors, public sector offices have to have the some technology or database to run this ID, and there's none right now in Jamaica. Right, so Jamaica is a far off concerning this ID. Right? He's also told the House that between June and December last year, US 42 $1,614 was spent for radio, television, and print advertising for the project. Hey, I must say that in the news every day, on the radio, we see commercial of these IDs, yeah, and they talk about DNA and all sort of bullshit because people have been misunderstanding that this is the mark of the beast and this is the RFID chip. So you know you get the mark of the not the RFID chip, so like that this is the mark of the beast. Right? This is not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Right? So they've been sensitizing the people to accept, because a lot of people think that this new ID is the mark of the beast, in which it is not. Right? It is just a means of consolidating all information to be placed on the RFID chip. Right? He said also told the House that between June and December last year, US 42,614, Jamaica 5.45 million was spent for radio, television, and print advertising for the project. The Prime Minister was responding to questions from the opposition spokesman and technology and Member of Parliament for South East St. Andrew, Julian Robinson. Robinson wanted to know whether any outside entity had been contracted by the NIDS team to assist with the public relations activities and at what cost. However, these they're playing politics regarding this, which don't make no sense, because if the People's National Party was in power, it's the same thing. JLP in power, it's the same thing. Both these parties, the board leaders, blind. These leaders don't have anything to do with this national ID, right? They have to just work with whatever orders they get to implement this ID, right? If it leave it up to Jamaican government, there would not be any form of ID. These men are dumb, right? They won't even think of that something to identify people. Right? The national ID, the NIDS, it have a different agenda, the agenda that the Jamaican government don't. The only thing Jamaican government think about is about money. Them want belly, go in, get some money and leave. Right? That's it. Then the agenda behind this national ID is not of the Jamaican government. Right? It is of the United Nations and sustainable development. Right? The ultimate goal is to get that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All moves are being put into place now to go towards that ID, that RFID chip. That is the main aim. Right? Back to the article. It's a Member of Parliament for Western Westmoreland, Dr. Wickham McNeil, questioned whether the level of public relations activity undertaken by the NIDS team in the latter half of 2018 amount to less than 6 million. He pointed to full-page newspaper advertising as well as numerous television slots, suggesting that the PR campaign had to cost more. This is all our Jamaican government think about. See how much money they are using, and if they are using less than what they should use, because they are afraid that government is stealing the money, because they know that when they are in power they steal the money, and these government them are gonna eat a food for themselves, because these government is just about eating a food. They don't have a clue what is going on with the ID. Right, or with any form of technology that is being implemented in Jamaica, such as the blockchain technology, which is going to be the platform for that national ID. Right, as we read in other articles, right, it speaks to the level of efficiency and frugality. Honest responded. The team knows and understands that the US 68 million is not something to joke around with. Every single dollar of expenditure must meet the highest standard of accountability and probity, he stated. The Prime Minister said he has given clear directives on how the budget should be used. Opposition Senator Lambert Brown recently blasted the government for continuing to run advertisement about the NIDS since the Constitutional Court has reserved its decision on whether aspects of the controversial legislation that was passed in 2017 are unconstitutional. That court challenge was brought by the Robinson on behalf of the People's National Party, playing politics again, because it no matter how much court you want going at, it must be implemented. Right? Whether I want to be PNP or JLP, because when PNP was in power, they were thinking about the same thing. They were going to do the same thing. Right? So now Jamaica have to, JLP have to pick up the button and move on, because this is not their agenda. It's unconstitutional. The court challenge was brought by Robinson on behalf of the People's National Party, Chief Justice Brian Skies, who headed the 3-member panel that heard the case, has said the decision could be handed down by April. Right? So by April, them claim to say them have whatever decision to go ahead with the national ID, which is madness, which is stupidness, which doesn't make sense. Right? So just playing politics with the people, the minds of the people. That's what these men are doing. Alright, I'm just jumping at the scripture real quick. You know, we can't do nothing without the scriptures. Alright. Scripture I'm look for now. Alright, this is Matthew 15, verse 14. It says, let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. Well, the people are blind. Well, most of the people, because, hey, our people, see, they know about the RFID chip through the scriptures. See, and the mark of the beast, Salakia. So when they hear these things, the first thing come to the mind of our people is the mark of the beast. Right? And if you watch the videos of GMS that speaks about the mark of the beast, you know exactly what the mark of the beast is. Right? The light is out there, just you have to go out and find it. Right? But these leaders, none of these leaders, whether they want to be JLP or PNP, don't have a clue the direction in which the United Nations is leading this country or leading the world. They're just working with whatever instruction given to them to carry it out. Right? So they are blind. Right? They are blind leaders leading the blind into a ditch. All of them are going to a ditch. Alright? Alright, next scripture I'm going to go to real quick. Final scripture, because I really want to make this long and drawn out. This is John 10, verse 7. It said, then said Yahushua unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, that I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, just like politicians, these pastors, but the sheep did not hear them. Which was the sheep? Us, the elect. Right? Because we now listen to them dumb pastors and these dumb leaders. See? It said, all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. Right? And the scripture said if it was possible, they would deceive the very elect, just paraphrasing. You see him? He said, I am the door, by me if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pastures. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and will have life when they receive this truth. This is life. Alright? You see, I'm that. I'll prove that to you. This is the life. That's why scripture said, I come into the volume of the book. Right? So go and come back into the volume of the book. Which book? The scriptures, the Bible. Right? It's just John 6 and 63. It said, it is the spirit that quickeneth, and the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Because it's because of these scripture where we understand and we know what the RFID chip is. We know what the microchip chip is. Right? We know the direction of the leaders of this world. Right? It said 10 again, John 10 and 10. It said, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. Because of that, I go on. Most of our people are dead. Because these men plan to bring the world population to 500 million. From how much billion, right? So these men are going to kill a lot of our people. Right? Under the Rex 84 King Alfred plan, you can look it up. See, if you know the Gajaja guides to say the mindset of these men and the sustainable development. He said the hireling fled because he is an hireling and cared not for the sheep, which is the government of these people, the pastors of these people, the people who may lead our people right now. What? They are hireling. Right? The only thing them care about is them belly, the only thing them want is money. Them not have enough form of the compassion for the people. Them not have enough for them not look out for the people at all. Right? You say I'm the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. How shall I go do that when I come to the true knowledge of this truth? Seeing these politicians, these people not care for us. Seeing as the scripture refer to them as what? Blind leaders leading the blind, because them don't have a clue what is coming to this world. Right? So, as I'm saying, I make it too long, so I'm just going to wrap up now. So with that, I'm going to say all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshai Bashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and all your brothers within the highways and the byways that are the work of the Most High in sincerity and truth. Hope this video was edifying. Hope certain information was received through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem, Yahshai. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.